Okay. Okay, but I'm sorry. It's not me. Okay, talk to him. No, ma'am. Don't talk to me like that. I'm an adult. Do not talk to me like that. Do not talk to me like that. Tell him to stop.
I feel like if it was Christian, I believe that's the young man's name, that was on camera assaulting Sha'Carri and pushing her.
He lied about a couple things that's personally, just in a relationship. I pretty much officers can understand what a relationship is about, but he lied. He's a liar. Okay. And that was something that I kind of just grasped, and emotionally, I'm just like, bet you do your thing, but.
Welcome back to Fame Drop. Christian Coleman's mom just raised the heat in the Christian and Sha'Carri saga because she straight up confronted Sha'Carri about that wild airport fight. Witnesses say things got so tense you could feel it in the air. When the full uncut footage of Christian and Sha'Carri hit the internet, it didn't just expose how messy things were. It showed the world just how toxic their relationship had gotten. For Dr. Daphne Coleman, that was her nightmare come true. Seeing her son caught up in a DV relationship, unable to break free, had her shaken. And now folks are asking, is she being extra or is she just being a protective mom trying to pull her son out before it's too late?
She tried to get him arrested in the airport. And the only reason she didn't get him arrested, because when you're in the airport, everything's under surveillance.
And if you know Dr. Coleman, you already know she's not the type to sit back while somebody hurts her boy. Nobody was shocked that she wasn't about to let Sha'Carri get away with laying hands on Christian. What had everyone's jaw on the floor, though, was how she pulled up on Sha'Carri. This wasn't some timid mom begging for answers. She came loaded with fire in her eyes and words sharp enough to cut glass. She wasn't there for small talk. She was there to rescue her son by any means necessary. The only receipts we have are from Sha'Carri's own people, who swear they saw the whole thing unfold, and they say it got ugly real quick. Dr. Coleman stormed in like she was ready to blow the roof off that house, but Sha'Carri is not the type to back down. They locked eyes, stood chest to chest, and held that stare for 3 long minutes, daring each other to move first. Witnesses thought fists were about to fly any second. Thankfully, it didn't get physical, and everyone walked away in one piece.
But you hear me, right? So this is the position that Christian Coleman puts me into, okay? Because he's a coward, and I don't want anything to do with him at this point going forward. My name is Sha'Carri Richardson. Have no problem with letting you know who I am. Haven't put my hands on him. We had an argument. I will be honest about that. An argument, and that's pretty much it. The argument, pretty much, he's a liar. He lied about a couple things that's personally, just in a relationship. I pretty much. Officers can understand what a relationship is about, but he lied. He's a liar. Okay. And that was something that I kind of just grasped, and emotionally, I'm just like, bet you do your thing, but you're asking me for things that is within my possession, and for my right, I don't have to give it to you because it's in my possession. But when it came to the point that I saw that he chose to make it more about the police and things of that nature, that showed that he made a choice. So I just want to be more professional and just come professionally and let you guys know, like, hey, relationship thing, have no problem, and welcome to you guys.
It's not legal to argue.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Was there any type of physical?
I didn't touch him. He didn't touch me. I will be honest.
Hit him with anything?
No, I haven't hit him with anything. Like not at all. Christian, are you serious right now?
So, man, in Washington State, he doesn't get a say.
But I understand. We were arguing. But I understand entirely.
Within 4 hours,
we were arguing.
An arrest will be made.
Okay, I'm not gonna resist. But I'm telling you that we was arguing. I didn't affect him. I didn't do anything wrong. But the fact that you guys are doing this to me and he's the man in this situation, I'm gonna comply. I am. I'm not going to argue with you at all.
I appreciate that.
But you have me on camera, but at the same time, what he has on camera, when I have my phone, shows something different. So if I need to show that, I will.
We have you on cameras all around here.
Okay, but I have my phone that shows something different. But Christian, thank you, Christian.
Don't talk to him right now.
Okay, I won't. Thank you so much, officer. They are arresting me right now, Christian. They're arresting me right now. Am I gonna go actually to jail right now?
You are actually gonna go to jail.
Wait, but right now,
yes, it's a physical custody.
I didn't. Can he tell you that I didn't do nothing to him?
We have it on camera.
Christian, are you serious right now?
All right.
Christian, I'm about to go to jail because of you right now. You know what? Okay.
Yep.
Okay. I will never fucking shoot again.
And then when she was exposed as a liar, she suddenly went.
But the words Dr. Coleman left behind still cut deep. Forget the threats about getting Sha'Carri locked up or ordering her to stay away from Christian. The one thing she said that stuck was, I always knew you were bad news since the day Christian got involved with you, and now you've just proven me right. That line hit hard, and now the internet is buzzing. Were there red flags all along that Sha'Carri was treating Christian badly? Did his mom see it but stay quiet just to keep things calm? People are digging back into their history, and it's worth remembering. Sha'Carri and Christian were being hyped as relationship goals as far back as 2023. On camera, Christian and Sha'Carri looked like the perfect sports power couple. But behind the scenes, not everybody was cheering them on. And right at the front of that list was Christian's own mother, Dr. Daphne Coleman. Now, she didn't start out hating Sha'Carri or their relationship, but even from the early days, she felt something was off. The first thing that jumped out to her, they were complete opposites. Sha'Carri was bold, loud, and high energy, sometimes way too much, while Christian was calm, quiet, and the type of guy who never broke curfew growing up.
You know what I'm saying? I feel like it was just a sucky situation all around. Like, I don't feel as if, like, she should have been arrested. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, you know, people have discussions and emotions and stuff like that. And she have, like, things that she need to work on for herself, of course. And so do I, so do you, like, everybody. And I'm the type of guy, like, I'm in the business of just, like, extending grace and mercy and love. And I feel as if, like, I don't try to look at obstacles either. Like, I just look at, like, situations like this to just, like, you know, take a step back, analyze yourself mentally, and then just try to see what you can do to be your best self so that you can move forward, so you can just be the type of person and a human that God needs you to be for his kingdom and for his glory. And so that's kind of how I look at the situation. And, like,
Daphne always called him a good kid, and it wasn't just a mom bragging about her son, it was facts. So when he linked up with Sha'Carri, those differences were glaring. To Daphne, it felt like a recipe for disaster waiting to happen, and little by little, she started spotting patterns that made her uneasy. Word is, Christian wouldn't even stop by to see family unless Sha'Carri signed off first. Dates with his parents canceled at the last minute because Sha'Carri suddenly needed him. That control was creeping in, and Daphne could see it. Even worse, whenever anyone said something less than flattering about Sha'Carri, Christian would snap back hard, like he wasn't just defending her but reacting out of fear. That shook Daphne because it didn't feel like regular love or loyalty. It felt like pressure, like he couldn't say or do anything without her influence hanging over him.
Y'all, it's Sha'Carri, and more than anything, definitely a lot of self-reflection, a lot of understanding of not only putting myself in a compromised situation, but somebody that I have a deep care and appreciation for as well is something that holding myself accountable. I see myself, I'm taking this time to not only see myself, but give myself a certain level of help that overall is going to reflect who I truly am in my heart and my spirit, and not allowing this moment.
Then came the calls. Daphne would ring her son's phone, only for Sha'Carri herself to answer. And half the time, she wouldn't even let Christian come to the line. One red flag after another kept stacking up, and it wasn't just Daphne picking up on it either. Friends, siblings, teammates, people all around them were whispering the same thing. Remember that cryptic post that went viral a while back? The one Team USA athletes kept reposting? It read, "You'll be so much happier when you accept that sometimes people aren't right for us, no matter how badly we wanted them to be." Yeah, that one had everyone side-eyeing Sha'Carri and Christian's relationship. At first, that viral post from Team USA athletes looked harmless, but looking back now, it feels like they were screaming a warning straight at Christian. Too bad he either didn't catch the hint or just chose to ignore it. Because when that raw, uncut fight footage of him and Sha'Carri leaked online, the truth hit hard. This wasn't some first-time lovers quarrel. It looked like a pattern that had been playing out for a while. No one knows for sure what sparked that blow-up, but the video told a story all on its own. It wasn't just messy drama, it was proof of everything Daphne had been warning about for months. The scariest part? Christian's body language. He didn't react like someone caught in a one-off argument. No. He moved like a man who'd been through this routine before. Watch closely and you'll see Sha'Carri shoving him as he tries to walk away. And the way he just absorbs it without flinching says more than any words ever could. And that wasn't all. Before this, Sha'Carri had already tried flipping the script on him. Remember when she got arrested? She threw Christian under the bus, painting herself as the real victim. But when the unedited police body cam footage dropped, the mask slipped fast. At first, she played it cool, making it sound like a regular couple's fight. But once she realized cuffs were coming, her tone flipped instantly. She lashed out, calling Christian names and accusing him of being a coward for not stopping her arrest. Then came the wild part. She straight up started blaming Christian for everything. She claimed he was the one who laid hands on her, trying to spin the whole story in her favor. But when the receipts exposed that lie, the ranting stopped cold. The shouting, the finger pointing, the name calling, all of it vanished the second she got caught. But the shocker wasn't her silence. It was what Christian did next. Out of nowhere, he stepped forward as her defender like the world hadn't just seen her push him in plain sight. In a jaw-dropping twist, he showed up in an interview talking about giving Sha'Carri grace and how he'd already forgiven her. Fans were left stunned, asking themselves, how can he forgive someone after all that? Christian said she needed help, and in his mind, she should be allowed to get that help without facing heavy consequences for what went down. But when his mom, Daphne, saw that interview, it broke her heart. That was the final straw. Hearing her son defend someone who had put hands on him was already bad enough. But what really shook her was the way he looked while saying it. His body language told the whole story, and it wasn't good. Fans caught it right away too. Christian couldn't even keep eye contact with the camera. He sat there, shrinking into himself, every word sounding like it was rehearsed, like he was reading lines out of fear instead of speaking his truth. People watching didn't see confidence. They saw a man trapped. And before anybody tries to say Daphne was being dramatic, she wasn't the only one alarmed. Tons of fans were saying the same thing online. To them, it looked crystal clear. Sha'Carri was taking advantage of him. Some comments were brutal, with people warning, if she hit you once in front of the world, what's stopping her from doing it again? Others pointed out how she had no problem throwing him under the bus with the police, yet here he was defending her like nothing happened. Daphne didn't even have time to respond to that mess because before she could catch her breath, another shock dropped. Sha'Carri's so-called apology video. Now here's the kicker. Everybody expected her to finally take some responsibility, to admit what she did was wrong, and at least show a little remorse. She had been caught on camera putting hands on her boyfriend and then tried to flip the script like she was the victim. So, the public thought this was her chance to make things right. And Daphne? She hoped Sha'Carri would own up and start fixing the damage she caused. But when that apology video came out, that's not what happened at all. Instead of delivering a real apology, Sha'Carri dropped a 1-minute video that fans called a straight slap in the face to Christian and his family. She claimed she was taking accountability and doing some self-reflection, but the whole time she was grinning like it was a comedy skit. A moment that should have been heavy came across like a joke, and that smile told fans everything they needed to know about how seriously she was taking the situation. And if that wasn't already disrespectful enough, she doubled down with another so-called apology on her IG stories. This time, she addressed Christian directly, writing, "I apologize to Christian. He came into my life and gave me more than a relationship, but a greater understanding of unconditional love. I was blind and blocked off to not only receive it, but give it. I love him, and to him, I can't apologize enough. My apologies should be just as loud as my actions, honestly, louder. To Christian, I love you and I am so sorry." But fans weren't buying it. They tore that post apart, calling it fake and insincere. One comment that went viral read, "That Sha'Carri apology video is the most unserious thing I've seen in a minute. What kind of half-baked PR stunt is that?" The backlash was instant and brutal. And as for Daphne Coleman, if she was angry before, these weak apologies sent her over the edge. She sat her son down and told him flat out, dump Sha'Carri before it's too late. And to really drive the point home, she took to social media and started reposting cryptic quotes. One of them read, "No matter how good you think it is, there's always better out there. Choose yourself." That was the turning point. Daphne went from quietly warning Christian in private to blasting public messages that made it clear she was done staying silent. Meanwhile, Christian vanished from the spotlight. No posts, no interviews, no defense, just silence, and then a sudden flight out of the country. And Sha'Carri, she went quiet too. No cameras, no races, no interviews. The same woman who used to thrive off attention suddenly disappeared. And now, fans are left asking the real questions. If Christian is truly done, why is he still defending her? If Daphne is right, how many times has this happened off camera that nobody saw? And if Sha'Carri's silence means she's planning her next move, what exactly is she about to do now that the world has already turned against her? This story is far from over. What do you think is really going on behind the scenes? Drop your thoughts in the comments, hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe for the next update on this wild drama.